15 years of marriage felt like a lifetime and a heartbeat all at once. We had built a world together. 2 incredible kids, a cozy home, shared laughter, and quiet struggles. But a year and a half ago, that world shifted when my wife, Kelly, came to me with a request that shattered my sense of stability. "I want to open our marriage," she said one night, her voice steady but eyes uncertain. She explained how she felt trapped, yearning for experiences outside our relationship. She'd only ever been with me, she reminded me, while I'd had other partners before we met. I was stunned. For me, marriage was a sacred bond between 2 people. But Kelly made it clear. Either we opened the marriage, or she'd file for divorce. I was against it, but the fear of losing her outweighed my convictions. Reluctantly, I agreed, laying down firm conditions. No partners in our house, no talking about who we were seeing, no involvement of the kids or family, and no overlapping social circles. Deep down, I suspected Kelly already had someone in mind. My suspicions were confirmed when, within 24 hours, she left the house for the night and didn't return until 4 a.m. It was painful, but I convinced myself this was the price of keeping our family together. Months later, I met Amber. She was divorced with no interest in remarrying, and her daughter was in the same marching band as ours. Amber and I connected on an unexpected level. It started casually, but soon turned into a steady arrangement. At first, it felt like betrayal, even though Kelly and I had agreed to this. Over time, I found comfort in the dynamic with Amber. No strings, no complications, just a mutual understanding. Oddly enough, this new chapter improved my relationship with Kelly. Our intimacy rekindled, and life felt more balanced. Then, last spring, Kelly's relationship with her partner abruptly ended. From what I gathered, his wife wasn't aware of their arrangement, making it difficult for him to continue. Around the same time, Amber and I organized a Zoom concert for the marching band kids. It was a hit, but it also became the turning point. Kelly met Amber for the first time at that event, and soon after, she confronted me. "I heard you're seeing Amber," she said one evening. "That needs to end." Her tone was firm, her discomfort clear. I reminded her of our agreement, that neither of us knew Amber before our arrangement, and therefore, no rules were broken. She didn't care. Over the next month, Kelly repeated her demand that I cut ties with Amber. It felt hypocritical. She had spent a year with her partner while I quietly endured my discomfort. Now, she wanted control over my choices. Finally, she approached me with a new proposition. "Let's close the marriage," she said. "I'm done with other partners. I just want us." I considered it. Deep down, I still loved Kelly and wanted to protect our family. But I had conditions of my own. "We can close the marriage," I told her, "but only if we agree it stays closed forever. And I need you to sign a document waiving spousal support if we divorce." Her reaction was explosive. "You want to leave me with nothing?" she yelled. I tried to explain it wasn't about punishing her. It was about ensuring we both entered this next chapter on equal footing. But she refused, accusing me of planning to leave her for Amber. I reminded her that this arrangement had been her idea, but she dismissed my arguments, saying we'd either close the marriage or end it. Her ultimatum stung. "I'm not going to be threatened with divorce every time you don't get your way," I said, my voice steady. "This isn't how a partnership works." In the days that followed, I dug deeper into how Kelly discovered my relationship with Amber. Amber had denied telling anyone, and I believed her. My suspicions led me to check Kelly's Google timeline, revealing that she had tracked me to Amber's house months earlier. She had orchestrated their introduction, deliberately creating conflict. The realization hit me like a punch to the gut. While I had honored our agreement, Kelly had been scheming behind my back. That was the breaking point. I consulted a lawyer, gathering evidence of how I had cared for the kids while Kelly pursued her affair. Texts from her, asking me to stay home while she spent weekends away, painted a clear picture. The lawyer assured me that I had a strong case for custody and minimal risk of significant alimony. Filing for divorce was bittersweet. The life we built together was ending, but so were the manipulations and ultimatums. Kelly and I sat the kids down, explaining the situation in terms they could understand. They were hurt but resilient, just as I hoped they'd be. As for Amber, she remained a constant source of support. Our relationship, born of unconventional circumstances, had grown into something steady and meaningful. We decided to take a vacation together with our kids later that year, a chance to start fresh and create new memories. Now, standing on the cusp of a new chapter, I reflect on how fragile and complex relationships can be. Love, trust, and loyalty are not just vows whispered on a wedding day. They're choices we make daily. Sometimes those choices lead us together, and sometimes they lead us apart. For me, the journey was painful but necessary. It taught me the importance of boundaries, not just with others but with myself. And in the end, it reminded me that even in endings, there is room for growth, healing, and hope. If you enjoyed the story, please like and subscribe.